Hi everybody, and welcome to Evening TV. I'm Evening Ransom, and today I wanted to talk to you about 10 signs that you're dating a sociopath. This is the way that people talk about things. They break it down to make it sound like sociopathy and narcissism are completely separate things. And it's not true. So let me explain how this works. If we can think of it again as a continuum, right? And it's a continuum of narcissism, right? Narcissism is on the continuum. Say in the middle of it is healthy narcissism. And really what this is it's a continuum of responsibility. So in the middle of it, right where healthy narcissism is a person who is properly responsible. They're responsible for the things that they do, the things that they say. They know what's theirs and they know what's not theirs. They know what they can take responsibility for the things that they do, but they're not taking responsibility for everything, right? The neurotics at one end or have worked on trying not to be, but at one time at our worst were, and maybe still are, and I will probably always be somewhat neurotic. The neurotics are at one end, and they are the ones that are that think everything's their fault. They're the ones that are the first to be working on solutions and trying to fix things and trying to fix themselves and all that. And we are a perfect match to the narcissist, unhealthy narcissist, or sociopath who nothing is their fault. Nothing is their responsibility. Everything is somebody else's, any mistake is not theirs. It's somebody else's mistake. It's not, they take far too little responsibility. So personality disorder is a disorder of responsibility. They don't take enough responsibility for the things that they do and say. And a neurotic person takes on too much. They take on the weight of the world, and in a self-defeating way, because they'll drive themselves crazy trying to control things that they can't control. So it is neuroses is not such a pretty picture because it is a control thing. They both are control things in their own way. They're both different ways of trying to control the uncontrollable. If we can understand that, then we can understand that there is no sociopath who's not also a narcissist, okay? So the sociopath has passed unhealthy narcissism on the continuum and is down here even further, okay? So they have, which is why they are, in my opinion, scarier than the overt narcissist. The overt narcissist might be far more annoying and might be, hard to take, whereas a sociopath could be as smooth as silk. You could be all, could just be great being around them until it's not, because they are much more aware of manipulating and all that stuff. So the first thing on the list about how you're going to know you're with a sociopath is going to be very tricky, is that they have no empathy. They understand exactly what you're feeling because that's how they're so good at manipulating it. And there's this term floating around out there called cold empathy, which is exactly that, which is that they understand the way you're feeling. They just don't care about it. Empathy is really that you feel the way another person is feeling. You put yourself in their shoes. And they understand what makes, A plus B equals C. They know how to make you feel a certain way by doing certain things, and they're really masterful at it. They can't get in there with you and feel it. So sociopaths are not ever going to be doing anything without some direct link to what it's going to be doing coming back to them. So, and of course narcissists are the same way. With narcissists it'll be much more obvious though. Well, actually, and that plays right into the next one, which is manipulation. Everything they're doing is with a specific effect in mind. There's some way that it's coming back to them. And so they are forever and always calculating. There's not a free giving of anything. And manipulation in terms of even how they will manipulate other people's emotions, getting you to feel sorry for them and stuff like that, which is lack of remorse. No remorse whatsoever. Even after my son died, even after all, no one was able to say, gosh, maybe we did some things wrong, no. Everyone had to, no one could take any responsibility for their role in anything that happened. No role in it at all. They played no. So that's lack of responsibility right there. That's the pathological lying right there, and that's the lack of remorse right there. And that's all of it plays together. And of course that is something that the narcissist will do too. The sociopath is absolutely concerned about being charming and making you feel good, figuring out how to get inside your head to figure out what you want to. Basically, what it is, they figure out how you want to be perceived, and then they pretend to perceive you that way. And they figure out what it is that you need in a friend, and a boyfriend, and a employee, and a whatever, and they pretend to be that. That's what they do. And if you are vulnerable, meaning that you are either lonesome, you are a narcissist. Narcissists are very, very vulnerable to the superficial charm of the sociopath, because they are very vulnerable to flattery. Whereas a regular person might see it as phony, or they might be a little off, put off by it because it just feels uncomfortable and just kind of fake and over the top. A narcissist will not. A narcissist will be like, bring it on. You can't compliment them too much. They'll love it, So they're very, very vulnerable to being manipulated through flattery. They are prone to boredom. So they'll take a lot of risks. They will, and they're also they're not careful with other people's, harming other people. So they'll take risks and do things with your money, your safety, that they have no right to do. They'll put their kids at risk. They'll put their vulnerable wife at risk. They'll put your life savings at risk. They are, there's that. They'll stir up relationship problems. They'll stir up conflicts in families. They'll stir things up just because they're bored, just because it's fun and it's entertaining for them, and they don't feel bad when they make people feel bad, and they don't feel, it's just entertaining for them if they can create that. If they can create drama. They love that. Bullies, and generally speaking, they will bully people they don't perceive as having anything to offer them. So children, pets. If there's nothing that they see that they can benefit from your relationship, they will bully you. But it will be in private. It'll be privately. So this is why children, and this is why my sons and I were basically, we didn't have any witnesses to what was happening, because the stuff he did never happened in front of other people. So at least they are a sucker for power, which is basically they're a control freak. They want to control everything that you do, especially if they perceive you as being a reflection of them. So everything that they see is a reflection of them. They will be hugely controlling over it. So, and that includes people. And so but they'll never be pleased. So they'll constantly be trying to tweak you and make you into whatever it is they think you should be, having no thoughts to your feelings, having no thoughts to what this might be doing to your self-esteem, no thoughts, no concerns about any of that. All they want is to make sure that they've got you managed in a way that doesn't reflect poorly on them. That was lack of empathy, manipulation, irresponsibility, narcissism, superficial charm, lack of remorse, prone to boredom, bullying, and a sucker for power. All right, thanks a lot, you guys. I will talk with you soon. Bye-bye.